Hi guys, in this video I will be sharing with you guys how I created the shiny structural design on this dress. You will be needing like 10 to 12 yards of ridgeline or sewable boning, beads if you want to bead on it, reflecting or shiny applique, stones, pearls or any shiny material that you want to use and design it. Here is the ridgeline boning. You can decide to get a bias for the wrapping of the boning, but I will be using this skin crepe to cover mine because I was left with like half yard after making this dress. The thickness of this ridgeline boning is 0.5 inch. That's the one of half yard, not those tiny ones, please. So here I am trying to check and know how many inches to cut out for the wrapping of the boning. I was contemplating if I should sew a casing for the boning or if I should just wrap it with the material. I finally decided to cut out 1.5 inches for each boning casing. Here, I have cut out the length. I did that off camera, but the length depends on you, where you want yours to start and where you want it to stop. So go ahead and measure yourself to determine where you want it to start and stop, just like you see me doing in the video. But I made sure that the structures started from the center of my tummy to spread out. After measuring for the ones that will be placed horizontally, that's the ones that will be at the waist region, I took my tape up to measure the ones that I will place vertically. Now you can decide to make yours very long or anyhow you want it, but here I am measuring it in such a way that the longest and closest one won't pass my ear. So for the vertical structures, I got like 18 inches for the longest one. I will still add like extra 1 inch. Please note that my measurements must not be the same with yours. Just place your tape like I did here. Whatever measurement you get, that's what you will use for your own. You can still decide to use mine. The structure lengths are not the same, as you can see. The one close to my arm is the shortest, so I measured everything and I wrote the measurements down so I won't forget. The first two close to my ear will be the longest for the vertical structures, so I made it 19 inches. The third one close to it, I made it 17 inches. The fourth one 15 inches. The fifth one 13 inches. And then the sixth and last one close to my arm, I made it 11 inches. I will use the same measurement I got here for the structures that will be at the left side. Then I will come down and measure the horizontal structures from the center like this towards the back. I didn't want it to cover the back proper, so I stopped somewhere around the back like this. It will also be 6 for the right side and 6 for the left side, which will give a total of 12 for the horizontal structures. The two at the center will be the longest. I got like 11 inches for the first one. I added 2 inches to get 13 inches for the next one, and then the two that will be at the center, I made it 15 inches. That will be the longest for the horizontal structures. After all of this, I made sure to write every measurement down to avoid mistakes. That was what I used to cut out the ridgeline bonings. Here with my chalk, I am trying to draw out the structures on the dress to check out what it will look like. So guys, go ahead, use the measurements you wrote down and cut out the bonings accordingly. In total, you should cut out like 24 bonings. That is 12 for the vertical structure and 12 for the horizontal structure. After cutting, please arrange it in such a way that you won't misplace them, or better still, you label them to avoid mistakes. So here, I am trying to use one of the boning to measure out and cut out the boning casing. I added half inch on both ends for seam allowance before cutting out. Please don't forget the width is 1.5 inches. While for the length, you will use the boning you already cut out to determine the length. I have cut out the longest structure casing, and here I am cross-checking to make sure that the boning will enter well. After cutting out the casing for all the bonings, you know how you sew belt. Just fold it and leave ½ inch space for the boning before sewing, and then after sewing you use a tiny straight and strong something like broomstick to turn it to the right side. After turning it, you then insert the boning inside it. Here is a closer view of what I was trying to explain, guys. Please watch closely. Make sure to stitch one end first like this before you start sewing, just like you see me doing in this video. Also make sure to sew yours like this. This space right here is where the boning will enter. This is the one that I have turned already. These are the bonings and the casings. Let me show you guys how to turn it. So get something long and strong like this. Place the casing this way, then push it inside and turn carefully and gradually till you get to the end. Pull it out and take out the long stuff, then turn it out well like this. This is very simple, guys. After turning it, please first make the edges of your boning smooth with either a file or a lighter or a masking tape so that the edge won't be very pointy. I used a lighter to smoothen mine and then covered it with masking tape so that my edge won't be too pointy. After that, you get the casing and start wearing it on the boning like this. Push it in carefully till it gets to the end. Just keep doing it this way till you cover all the bonings with all the casings you've sewn. Before we continue, I have a short and important message for you guys. Please watch and listen carefully. Thank you. Please guys, if you are seeing this video for the first time, a quick one. I'm a fashion designer / tutor, a professional makeup artist, and a YouTuber. Yes, I have another channel where I teach everything sewing and fashion. The name of the channel is JBK Fashion. I have like over 7,000 subscribers for now. Beauty, fashion, and lifestyle is another thing I love so much. That's why I created this channel. Please subscribe and on your notification bell because I'm going to be sharing juicy content about fashion, beauty, lifestyle, how to do this and that, how to edit videos, makeup, like the makeup I'm wearing and this dress. I did everything myself. And so many other contents, guys. Just subscribe and stay tuned. So let's continue with our shiny structural design. So guys, I'm done covering all the bonings, and here I am using E7000 glue to hold down the appliques. Please arrange the boning well and do this one after the other so you will know which one is for which one. I started with the horizontal ones first. Initially, I started with beading, but along the line, I realized it's going to take so much time because I needed to travel with this dress like the next day. That was why I switched to using appliques. I used a gold color for the applique. You can decide to use any shiny or reflecting stuff. I mixed mine with all these shiny sweat buyers. I had to pieces it before I started gumming with my glue. I was mixing it with stones too, those shiny ones and pearls. This is what it's looking like. I am trying to arrange it well so you guys will see it properly. Yes, this is the shiny bias I was talking about. With my scissors, I am cutting it into small pieces, different shapes and sizes. After cutting it, I switched to gun glue. I feel it holds it more and better. Here I am applying it on the boning, after which I started placing the shiny appliques and shapes that I just cut. I started with a bigger shiny stone because I liked the way it's reflecting. So I used it for the edge first, like 2 of it, before I started placing the shiny appliques. I will repeat the same for all the bonings. As for the down part of the boning, I did not put the appliques yet. I left like 1 inch at the down part for tacking. After placing and arranging everything, I will now use the applique to cover my rough work. Here I am trying to tack down the skirt part of the inbuilt corset to the corset proper. I will tack down the both sides first before the front. Guys, I have the tutorial video on how I made this inbuilt corset dress from start to finish. The inbuilt corset drafting, the sewing, the boning, the wrapping of the lace, both the upper and the skirt part of this dress. It's very well detailed and self-explanatory. If you are already a subscriber, then you will see a card link that just appeared at the top right of your screen to watch it now. If you've not subscribed yet, do not worry, I will attach it to the description box below. So do not forget to watch it later after the class, but please subscribe after watching. I'm done tacking the skirt part to the body of the corset, and here I was trying to tack down the structural design first, but it wasn't giving me what I wanted. My body form wasn't available as at that time, so I used another body. Then I used chalk to mark out where to place the structures, both vertically and horizontally. Next, I started placing the structures accordingly. Please, I will advise you wear it on your mannequin or your body form at this point, so you can freely arrange it well and pin it down first before tacking it with needle and thread. At this point, I was very confused. That's why I didn't capture everything well. It was kind of stressing me, but I didn't give up. Just arrange it accordingly. Place it very well and tack it down at the tummy region first. Although I started with the vertical structure placing after arranging it the way I wanted it to be, like as I place each bone in, I pin it down at the center tummy region. After that, I tacked it down. I repeated same thing for the horizontal structure placing. After tacking it down, I pulled it, placed it like this. Then I started using gun glue to hold down the structures to the dress proper. But I concentrated more from the bust point down to the tummy side. That's where I glued down very well. That's why I can put my hand from the chest region like this, because I didn't glue down the chest part. It was just standing on its own. I wanted it to be in such a way that if I put my hand inside towards the chest region, I can push it out. If you don't want yours to stand like this, maybe if you want it to like lay on your body, then you will have to like glue it down at the shoulder region. Then for the horizontal structure part, I glued the whole front except the one going towards the back like this. This is what it looks like from the back. Later, I will use gum to glue down the one going towards the back. You can still decide to leave it this way if you want. So for the edge here, in order for it to stand firm like this, you have to like cut out another boning like 20 inches long. Sew a casing for it as well. After turning the casing, you insert the ridgeline boning. This time around, make sure it's tighter. Then you can now start cutting it small, like into 2 inches. After cutting it, you get your gun glue. Then use it to cross the edges like this. It will make the structure to be more firm after doing this. If you watch mine closely, you will notice that that is exactly what I did using the gun glue. After that, use your applique to cover it so that they won't be seeing the joinings. Please guys, if you can't see it very well from here, type JVK Fashion on Instagram and save or screenshot the very clear picture and video of this dress. Then zoom it very well and be looking at it while designing yours. Pay attention to details. It will make your designing faster. I used lace trimming to design the back like this. I also used the same lace trimming to cover where all the structures were joined at the front, as you can see. I also used some of it to design the bust region, like so. Please give me a thumbs up if this was helpful. Subscribe to this channel and on the notification bell for more DIY videos like this. Remember to check the description box for the sewing video and also our social media pages and follow us there. Please share this video with your friends as well. Thank you so much for watching till now. See you guys in my next video. Bye.